College National Sports Complex and Pioneer Field for tonight's NCAA Division II and South Atlantic Conference men's soccer match, featuring our guests, the Eagles of Carson-Newman University, and your Tusculum Pioneers. Fans, a reminder that seating for Tusculum College soccer matches is open in the main grandstand only. Spectators are not permitted to sit in the bleachers behind the team benches or behind the goals. We thank you for your cooperation. Also help us make sure the field stays clear at all times during today's match, including halftime. There should be no unauthorized persons on the field at any time during tonight's match. The NCAA and Tusculum College prohibit the use of tobacco products in any Pioneer athletic event. It includes smoking and smokeless tobacco products. At halftime, we will be doing a raffle for two $10 gift cards to Domino's. It's $1 for a ticket, and it benefits the Make-A-Wish Foundation, the preferred charitable organization of the Pioneer Student Athlete Advisory Council. Help your part to support Make-A-Wish by purchasing a raffle ticket at halftime for $1. We will announce the winning numbers at the end of halftime, and each winner will get a $10 gift certificate to Domino's. Follow the Pioneers online at the Tusculum Sports website at TusculumPioneers.com. And also follow us on Facebook, Tusculum Pioneers, on Twitter at Tusculum Sports, or on Instagram at Tusculum Sports. Tonight's starting lineups are making their way to the field at this time. Let's welcome tonight's starters. First for Carson-Newman. Starting in goal, a sophomore from England, number 34, Joe Boyd. A senior from England, number 2, Samuel Jenkins. A sophomore from England, number 4, Joe Taylor. Graduate student from England, number 6, Tom Rankin. A junior from the Channel Islands, number 8, Johnny LeCain. A senior from England, number 10, Tom Reed. A sophomore from Wales, number 12, Greg Evans. A freshman from Brazil, number 19, Tylen Silva. A senior from the Netherlands, number 20, Don Smith. A sophomore from Bristol, Tennessee, number 24, Evan Haar. And a sophomore from Norway, number 25.
Hi again, everybody. Don Donnelly with you as we have the men's match between Tusculum and Carson-Newman. Glad to have you with us on this Wednesday night. Beautiful fall evening here in Northeast Tennessee as Tusculum takes on their arch rivals, the Carson-Newman Eagles. Tusculum comes into tonight's match with a record of 1-6-5. Those 5 ties are a single season record. Are 1-3-3 in South Atlantic Conference play. The Pioneers currently sitting in 9th place in the conference standings and are 1 spot out of the 8th spot, which is what the Pioneers are trying to get to in regards to qualifying for the SAC postseason. Carson-Newman 9-3-1 have already secured their spot in the South Atlantic Conference tournament. They are currently in 2nd place with a 6-1-1 record in conference play. And our 9-3-1 overall are the Carson-Newman Eagles. Carson-Newman coming off a 7-1 loss at home against Wingate, defending national champions. As Wingate ranked 24th in the country, currently undefeated in conference play at 7-0. They're in action tonight as they're hosting Catawba. So the Pioneers trying to get on the winning side of the ledger. Have not done so this month. This month the Pioneers are 0-2-3. Those all three draws all coming in. 2 of them coming in conference play. Pioneers have played in 6 overtime contests this season. 5 of those, as mentioned, Coming on draws, also a single season record. Excuse my voice. Allergies are a little bit difficult this time of year. Carson-Newman with Stephen Lyons at the helm of the Eagle program. His first season in Jefferson City, 10th overall. Eagles are trying to bounce back, open the season outstandingly. Had only one loss through the first part of the month, but have hit a little bit of a skid, but against some very quality programs. They lost 3-1 at 7th-ranked Young Harris, and then lost at home on senior night, losing 7-1 to defending national champions, the Wingate University Bulldogs. So Carson-Newman 9-3-1, 6-1-1 in the league. Tusculum 1-6-5, 1-3-3 in conference play. Getting the starting goal for the Eagles will be Joe Boyd, sophomore from Nottingham, England. Getting a start for Tusculum will be Alejandro Cariti. Alejandro will be making his 7th start of the season. He and Ivan Safranic have been splitting time in goal. 2.00 goals against average for Cariti, 27 saves. Joe Boyd making only his 2nd. Start of the season. Tusculum in the orange jerseys, black shorts. Carson-Newman in the white shirts, blue shorts, and the white socks. First foul of the match called. Our referee in the middle tonight, Mr. Eric Usher. Turnover by Tusculum. Here comes Carson-Newman. That'll be flicked away high into the air, and back the other way come the Pioneers, but back goes to Carson-Newman. That's Joe Taylor. Again, Alan Vitale in his 7th season at the helm of his alma mater. Following 13 seasons serving as a head coach at Carson-Newman. The second winningest coach in conference history with 200 wins. And that's just, 100 wins, 100 conference wins. Pioneers' lone win this year coming in a 2-0 shutout here at home against Anderson. Quick turnover. That's Connor Green. Takes a shot. Goes just high. So Connor Green getting the opportunity. Scoring chance just inside the box, and takes a shot and just goes trying to go to the top shelf. Past Joe Boyd. Tobias Alum Carlson is the top attacker for Carson-Newman. Through 12 matches. 13. He has 11 goals and 2 assists for his team leading 24 points. Tom Reed, second on the team with 8 goals and 2 assists. Led the league in assists last season. Glad to have you with us for the 33rd all-time meeting between these two conference rivals. And the offsides flag goes up, and it'll be free kick for Tusculum. These two teams first met in 1969. Carson-Newman won that one 8-3. Carson-Newman won last year's meeting 2-1 in overtime, pulling the upset over the nationally ranked Pioneers. Heading TC, its first loss of the season. Tusculum started the season winning 12 consecutive matches. Tusculum is the defending SAC tournament champions, but they've got some work to do if they're going to get back there, and nothing would be better to get a result in 3 points tonight against their arch rivals. The big match of the year, of course, will be on Saturday against Catawba. Because Catawba is one of the teams that Tusculum is battling for that 8th and final spot. Link Memorial's already won today. They came away with a 1-0 win in regulation. No, Mars Hill, excuse me. Mars Hill winning over LMU 1-0. Mars Hill getting the lone goal of that match, 2 minutes and 2 seconds remaining in the second half to come away with that victory at LMU. With the win, Mars Hill goes to 4-2-2 in the league and gets 14 points, and they leapfrog all the way up to 3rd place in the conference. Right now in the driver's seat in the conference is Wingate. There's a tip and a goal for the Pioneers. A great free kick by Connor Green. And Tusculum takes an early 1-0 lead.
Tusculum goal scored by number 9, Edgar Cervantes.
So Cervantes with the one-timer. The Pioneers take a 1-0 lead over Carson-Newman. First goal of the season for Cervantes. And Tusculum takes the 1-0 lead. And just a great free kick pass and a feed in from Connor Green. For Connor, that's his first assist in a Pioneer uniform. Connor Green, a freshman from North England. So Carson-Newman, who started the season, only allowed 4 goals. In their first 11 matches have now given up 11 goals in their last 3. So Carson-Newman on the corner. Tom Reed taking the honors. Sends it in. It's still a loose ball, and Ariti dives on it and goes with the quick restart, and back the other way comes Tusculum. So the Pioneers getting the goal by Edgar Cervantes, coming in the 6th minute on the assist by Connor Green. One-timed at midair with the left boot. Goes to the left corner. Tusculum has the early 1-0 lead. So foul on Carson-Newman to be a free kick for TC. Green sends it in again, but that's blocked away, and Carson-Newman will try to make with the quick counter. Nice slide tackle by Sean Foster. Halts temporarily the Carson-Newman charge, and be a throw in for the Eagles. Goes to the line for a corner kick. Stephen Lyons in his first season with Carson-Newman, coming via Tennessee Wesleyan, where he led the Bulldogs for 9 seasons. Went 74 and 59 and 15. Favors ball is headed over to the bar, and it'll be another corner for Carson-Newman. So Tusculum ahead 1-0. And the first Tusculum goal of the season for Edgar Cervantes. Sent to the top of the box. Sam Hall blocks it with his body, and it'll be another corner for Carson-Newman. Sam Hall took that one hard there on the blast. And so Tom Reed sends it in again, and Karate sends it out. Johnny Winter trying to find Connor Green, but Connor Green collides, hits the deck, and Pioneer still with possession. But he'll be slow getting up, and had to be whistled for the offside, but nothing doing. Goes wide to Greg Evans. That'll be cleared by Samuel Jenkins as Johnny Winter was right on his heels. And he'll set up a deep throw-in to the attacking third for Tusculum. Palpero will take it for TC. Gets it into Green. And that'll be won by Carson-Newman. Pioneers win it. Sean Foster was trying to find Clemon DeGorn, but DeGorn maybe has to come on over for the delay, and they're going to stop the clock. And one warning on the delay here for DeGorn. Nice move by Taylor. Whiffed on. Dangerous ball coming up as Reed was charging. After all that, it'll be a goal kick for Tusculum. Caridi got a little bit aggressive on that one. Had to come way off. It came out way off his line. Reed was able to control it, but enough Pioneer defenders were back to. And not a quality kick by Cariti. Back comes Carson-Newman. Sam Hall battling. Tom Rankin been there on the battle for Carson-Newman. It'll be a free kick in a dangerous spot. So Caridi will get his defense aligned, and referee will mark off the 10, and Carson-Newman will send it in, trailing 1-0. Reed. Offsides flag is up. Back come the Eagles. High shot by Taylor. Joe Taylor, a sophomore from England. Came over with Coach Lyons from Tennessee Wesleyan. Nice touch. Hall gets it for Tusculum, sends it wide to Green. Green going deep, but Boyd comes off the line to make the stop. Challenged by Carson-Newman, and Gustavo Gontus comes up with the play, kicks it away smartly, and shot, and nice stop and save by Cariti, and back come the Pioneers. Tusculum leading 1-0. Cariti makes his second save of the match. Green, but doesn't have the numbers, but Johnny Winter coming in quickly. But Carson-Newman able to counter, and back the other way we go. That's Green. Over to Foster. Goes wide to DeGorn. Still free, but Carson-Newman maintains it. And back to Boyd. And nice stop by. But a bad pass, and here comes Carson-Newman on the turnover. Waiting for the numbers. That's Carlson. But Carlson, a little bit of heavy foot there, and Caridi will pick it up and go the other way. Under 26 minutes remaining in this first half. Tusculum leading 1-0 on the first collegiate goal by Edgar Cervantes. Cervantes sends it wide to DeGorn. DeGorn trying to get it back to Cervantes, but intercepted by Carson-Newman, and back the other way come the Eagles. Down goes an Eagle and picked up by Foster, and the other way we go. Peros out of bounds. It'll be Tusculum ball. In the box. Cervantes, header, high, tipped away from Boyd. On the rebound is Green, and that's kicked away. Boy, what a series of events that was. Tusculum having two great chances. Cervantes with the great header. Boyd comes over with the left hand and then cleared away by, could not see what player that was for Carson-Newman, but two outstanding defensive plays and a good offensive pressure by Tusculum. So a good opportunity there by Dario Jubic. Jubic trying to go to the upper right corner, but got a little bit too much underneath and went wide. So Tusculum leading 1-0. But a great series of saves there by Joe Boyd. Not sure what was going on there. Just a long kick that goes over the end line, and it'll be a go kick for TC. And Carson-Newman opening the season with a 3-0 win over North Greenville, lost to Lees McRae. Team the Pioneers lost 3-0 here at home earlier this month. The Eagles went undefeated for almost a month. Came away with wins against Clayton State, Newberry, Lenore-Ryan, Queens, Alabama, Huntsville, Anderson. Here's a charge by Tusculum. And just going wide. As Boyd came off his line. Jubic with a chance at all that open net. Going to the far corner, and it goes wide left and still stays 1-0. So Tusculum with a 1-0 lead could possibly be very easily up 3-0. Had some great looks here in the first half. They can keep getting those. They like their chances. Again, this is a Carson-Newman team again that has scored 32 goals this season. But again, have been outscored 11-2 in the last three, including the 1-0 deficit here against Tusculum. Foster sends it wide. DeGorn to Johnny Winter. Nice little touch there to the middle. Wide to Connor Green. He'll be whistled for the foul. Lost possession and tried to overcompensate and end up fouling Greg Evans. He booed Foster. Still be Tusculum with the throw in. You're just joining us. Second game of tonight. Carson-Newman's 5th-ranked women's team behind the hat trick by Lauren Wade. Pioneers play on. Sends it in. And another goal. This one by Johnny Winter. Johnny Winter with the one-timer on a beautiful cross. And Tusculum takes a 2-0 lead. Is it Ubich or Foster with the assist? Have to.
Pioneer goal scorer number 23, Johnny Winter. Assist number 14, Dario Ubich.
So Dario Ubich picks up the assist.
9, Edgar Cervantes.
And Cervantes, who also has a goal tonight, picks up his assist. Cervantes picks up his first collegiate goal and assist in the same match. And Tusculum leading 2-0 over Carson-Newman. Dangerous ball, and a player for Carson-Newman is down. And they're going to stop play. Player's a little bit sluggish getting up. So Johnny Winter picking up his 3rd goal of the season. Thought we were going to have a restart, but I think 2015 is what we're going to go with on the time. Have to reset it. We had some time running, not 55, excuse me. 1955 will be our time. Kicked back to Tusculum and back the other way come the Pioneers, leading 2-0. First goals this season by Edgar Cervantes and Johnny Winter. Well, excuse me, Johnny Winter picking up his 3rd goal of the season, excuse me. Cervantes and Ubich getting the double assist on the goal. Dangerous ball into the box, cleared out by Tusculum. Cervantes with the chip. Headed back by Tom Rankin, graduate student from Birmingham, England. Greg Evans. Evan Haar down on the deck. If he caught a appendage from Palpero. There's Pero wide. Sends it in the winner, but just a little short. But Sean Foster gets 2 shots at it. First one's blocked. The second one goes over the crossbar. Got good leg on both of them. Subs coming in for Carson-Newman, 2 of them. Will Sainsbury Logan is 1, and the other would be Dylan McCabe as and one more will be coming in for Coach Lyons. Be Tebow Mathores making trip onto the pitch, playing in his 13th match. Linesman pointed one way. I think the referee pointed the other. We'll have a stoppage and play again, and we'll have a discussion again, and we'll have a change of heart, and I believe that is the correct call, so it'll be a throw-in for Carson-Newman. Ball in the air, Sam Hall, battling Har, Rankin, sends it out wide. Foster going to Winter, and Winter taken down by Schmidt. Tusculum's 2 goals, the second most this season. Pioneers scored 2 goals against Anderson in a win, 2 goals against King in a loss, and scored a season-high 3 goals against Queens in a 4-3 overtime loss. Tough one for the Pioneers, who jumped out 3-1 in that contest. Carson-Newman wide, that's Greg Evans. And we'll get a foul just outside the box. He goes a little bit closer to the line, but they're going to call it there. It's definitely not in the penalty area. So it'll be a free kick just outside the area from the right wing, and we'll have a stoppage in play. Well, that's Schmidt. And calling on the Carson-Newman training staff. So the Pioneers ahead 2-0. Goes by Cervantes and Johnny Winter. Score of note for women's soccer fans, Wingate winning in double overtime over Catawba, getting a goal in the 104th minute. So not good news for the Pioneers, who lost 3-0 to Carson-Newman. So with the win, Wingate goes into sole possession now of second place. In other action earlier today, again, Mars Hill defeating Lincoln Memorial 1-0, getting goal in the 88th minute. Lees McRae and Newberry played to a 2-2 draw in non-conference action. Queens defeated Anderson 1-0 in women's soccer. And in the men's match, 17 minutes in Charlotte, Queens leads 1-0 over the Trojans. From Pratt Park at Wingate, 24th ranked Wingate and Catawba, they're no score. Just getting underway, 13 minutes into action. And Lenore Ryan had an offensive explosion. They're up 3-0 over Coker. They're in the 31st minute from Hickory. So there's all the scores. It chipped away, and the ball just goes out of play. I believe they're going to say Carson-Newman touched it. I thought one of the Pioneers touched it. We'll see on this replay. Ball goes in, and kicked wide by Carson-Newman. It was wide open. So the Pioneers fortunate to get out of that one unscathed, maintaining this 2-0 lead. Flicked ahead by Hall. Cervantes trying to run it down, but Schmidt gets it back to Boyd. Boyd goes wide to Evans. Perro sends it back the other way, gathered in by Carson-Newman and Mathores. We'll have another foul, this one going against Carson-Newman. So Pioneers have been on the attack, have outshot Carson-Newman 9-4, including 4-1 on shots on goal, with 2 of them finding the back of the eel onion bag. There's a nice flick, Johnny Winter. He goes for his second goal, but Boyd makes a nice stab, and Carson-Newman on the quick counter as they're on the attack. Nice defensive play by Gontus to stop that run. Pioneer goes down, and referee says play on. Back the other way comes Tusculum. Ubich wide. Johnny Winter with the touch. Goes high and out of play. And it'll be a corner kick. So trying to find Johnny Winter again, who's been very, very active here early in the early going, has already scored his 3rd goal of the season. Moves into second place, sole possession of second place on the goals for the goal leaders this season for Tusculum. Oscar Rubio Jimenez has the team lead with 4. Not in the starting 11 for TC tonight. 11:30 remaining in the less than 11:30 remaining here in the first half. Tusculum leading 2-0. The captain, Sean Foster, sends it to the middle to Sam Hall. Hall finding Johnny Winter. Johnny Winter back to Hall. Goes wide to Perro. Perro to Green. Tried to get it back to Perro, but intercepted by Evans, and Samuel Jenkins takes it and goes to the other side of the field and back to the middle to Rankin. Rankin goes wide, looking for Haar, but just a little bit too far for the Bristol, Tennessee sophomore. Virginia High product, and be a throw in by Tusculum deep in Carson-Newman territory. Tusculum trying to get a very important 3 points, trying to get out of the Southland Conference cellar, and trying to qualify for the SAC postseason. Pioneers have won 2 of the last 3 SAC tournament titles, 6 overall. Try to get in the postseason, do some damage, and try to salvage what has been a very disappointing season after going 16-4. Colin Hensel had, not sure how his left-footed shot was, but he was right at the top of the box and wide open. He tries to run down Sean Foster. Hensel got some size, 6'5", a sophomore from Spring Hill, Tennessee, Summit High School product. If I'm correct, and I could be wrong, I believe Summit High School, named after former late and great Tennessee women's basketball coach Pat Summit. So we're less than 9 minutes remaining here in the first half, with Tusculum leading 2-0 over Carson-Newman. Quick throw in by the Eagles. Trying to dig into this 2-0 hole they found themselves here in the first half. And the entire league is in action tonight, or today that is. LMU losing at home against Mars Hill 1-0 on a late goal by the Lions. Newberry and Lise McCray play to a draw. Queens is hosting Anderson. Lenore's got Coker, and Wingate is hosting Catawba. High chip in. We'll have a foul against Carson-Newman, and we'll go the other way. After tonight, the Pioneers will be at Catawba this Saturday afternoon at 5 o'clock. They're playing the first game of that doubleheader with Catawba. Then Tusculum will close out their regular season with 2 matches here at home. Next Wednesday night against Lee University, and then hosting Wingate on senior night here next Saturday on the 28th. Creedy gets better leg on this one. But Carson-Newman comes away with it. And Creedy will wait for that one to enter the area, and he'll patiently take his time. And sends that one low and wide. We're going to have a foul against Tusculum. Dario Jubic. Jubic, who picked up an assist on Johnny Winter's goal. Nice play by DeRamo. Tusculum trying to go on the quick counter. Cervantes goes wide, but a nice leg tackle by Tom Rankin. Piners will sub. As Jubic comes off, and Tambe will be making his first appearance tonight. Tambe, a junior from the Cameroon. Played previously at Century College up in land of 10,000 lakes in Minnesota. Sam Hall. Nice touch, but Hall not home. Rankin goes wide as Carson-Newman trying to enter Tusculum's 2-goal outburst here in the first half. That'll be kicked away by DeGorn, and we'll have a throw in for Carson-Newman. 4.5 remaining in the first half. Smith to take the throw in. DeRamo kicks it out. DeGorn on the deck, and we'll have our first card of the night going against Carson-Newman and Don Smit, senior from the Netherlands. So the fouls have been even. 6 for each team. First yellow of the match. .402 remaining here in the first period. Busy weekend of Tusculum athletics coming up. It's homecoming week here at Tusculum. Nothing going on tomorrow, but Friday that we'll have the Tusculum College homecoming golf tournament going on at Link Hills. Johnny Winter with the ball. Winter's down on the deck, and be a throw-in for TC. Back to the homecoming tournament. If you're going to be in the area, invite you to Sign up, still have some spots remaining. .00 shotgun start from Link Hills Country Club. For more information, visit our website at TuscaloosaPioneers.com, or you can contact Director of Athletic Development Blake Cantrell. All the information on our website. Great to have the alumni back on campus. Volleyball in town for 2 matches, and football will be taking on Catawba. Pioneers looking for their first 3-game winning streak. Coming off a huge 32-31 double overtime win at Newberry. Got a tough opponent in Catawba coming in. 90 seconds and counting remaining in this first half. Tusculum leading 2-0 over Carson-Newman. Halftime we'll have scores from around the league as well as stats. The first 45 minutes of this one. High kick by Green. Cervantes.
1 minute remaining in the first half, 1 minute.
Nice little footwork by Foster. So 1 minute remaining. Ramos sends it wide to Tombe. Foster, a little too far for Edgar, and Carson-Newman trying to make something happen here. 30 seconds remaining in the half. Going down wide, that's Greg Evans. Ramos had some good defensive play tonight here on the back line.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2.
Gorn sends it down, and that's the end of the first half. We played 45 minutes from Pioneer Field. Your score at halftime, Tusculum leads Carson-Newman 2-0. You're watching Tusculum Men's Soccer on the Pioneer Sports Network.
And don't forget, members of the Pioneer Student Athlete Advisory Council will be going through the stands at halftime. They'll be selling raffle tickets. You can win one of 2.
So much of life these days is rushing around from one place to another. Sometimes you just want to enjoy the journey on the way to the destination. And part of what makes it a little more enjoyable is an appreciation for the folks who help you get there. At Ingalls, we know that the people who send you on your way are the same ones who keep you coming back.
I think you should take it for a spin. Are you serious?
Ingalls, all the ingredients for family. The first date. Only one chance to make that first impression. Don't worry, this might be new for you, but Ingalls has been there before. From flowers to the freshest ingredients, we have everything you need to put your best foot forward.
I'm so sorry.
Remember, you can't get to happily ever after without once upon a time.
Wow, it's funny running into you.
Ingalls, all the ingredients for family.
Tusculum College is Tennessee's first college. Established in 1794, Tusculum's beautiful campus is nestled in the foothills of the Great Smoky Mountains, where students from all around the world have found a home. Tusculum can help you pioneer your path to success. Visit online for more information at tusculum.edu or call 423-636-7300 and discover the Pioneer experience for yourself.
The first date. Only one chance to make that first impression. Don't worry, this might be new for you, but Ingalls has been there before. From flowers to the freshest ingredients, we have everything you need to put your best foot forward.
I'm so sorry.
Remember, you can't get to happily ever after without once upon a time.
Wow, it's funny running into you.
Ingalls, all the ingredients for family.
The Tusculum experience is 20 sports, one team, striving for excellence. The Tusculum experience offers state-of-the-art facilities for practice and game days. If you seek a championship atmosphere, the Tusculum experience is for you. Visit online through TusculumPioneers.com. Call 423-636-7300 to discover the Pioneer experience for yourself.
The challenges facing the country never stop. So neither does the U.S. Army. We train, adapt, and get smarter. Every soldier, every unit, every day. Not to keep up with change, but to drive it. Nobody knows what problems tomorrow will bring, but we do know who will solve them.
Tusculum College is Tennessee's first college. Established in 1794, Tusculum's beautiful campus is nestled in the foothills of the Great Smoky Mountains, where students from all around the world have found a home. Tusculum can help you pioneer your path to success. Visit online for more information at tusculum.edu or call 423-636-7300 and discover the Pioneer experience for yourself.
The first date. Only one chance to make that first impression. Don't worry, this might be new for you, but Ingalls has been there before. From flowers to the freshest ingredients, we have everything you need to put your best foot forward.
I'm so sorry.
Remember, you can't get to happily ever after without once upon a time.
Wow, it's funny running into
Ingalls, all the ingredients for family.
The Tusculum experience is 20 sports, one team, striving for excellence. The Tusculum experience offers state-of-the-art facilities for practice and game days. If you seek a championship atmosphere, the Tusculum experience is for you. Visit online through TusculumPioneers.com. Call 423-636-7300 to discover the Pioneer experience for yourself.
The first date. Only one chance to make that first impression. Don't worry, this might be new for you, but Ingalls has been there before. From flowers to the freshest ingredients, we have everything you need to put your best foot forward.
I'm so sorry.
Remember, you can't get to happily ever after without once upon a time.
Wow, it's funny running into
Ingalls, all the ingredients for family. So much of life these days is rushing around from one place to another. Sometimes you just want to enjoy the journey on the way to the destination. And part of what makes it a little more enjoyable is an appreciation for the folks who help you get there. At Ingalls, we know that the people who send you on your way are the same ones who keep you coming back.
I think you should take it for a spin. Are you serious?
Ingalls, all the ingredients for family. The first date. Only one chance to make that first impression. Don't worry, this might be new for you, but Ingalls has been there before. From flowers to the freshest ingredients, we have everything you need to put your best foot forward.
I'm so sorry.
Remember, you can't get to happily ever after without once upon a time.
Wow, funny running into you.
Ingalls, all the ingredients for family.
The Tusculum experience is 20 sports,
The first date. Only one chance to make that first impression. Don't worry, this might be new for you, but Ingalls has been there before. From flowers to the freshest ingredients, we have everything you need to put your best foot forward.
I'm so sorry.
Remember, you can't get to happily ever after without once upon a time.
Wow, funny running into you.
Ingalls, all the ingredients for family. So much of life these days is rushing around from one place to another. Sometimes you just want to enjoy the journey on the way to the destination. And part of what makes it a little more enjoyable is an appreciation for the folks who help you get there. At Ingalls, we know that the people who send you on your way are the same ones who keep you coming back.
I think you should take it for a spin. Are you serious?
Ingalls, all the ingredients for family. The first date. Only one chance to make that first impression. Don't worry, this might be new for you, but Ingalls has been there before. From flowers to the freshest ingredients, we have everything you need to put your best foot forward.
I'm so sorry.
Remember, you can't get to happily ever after without once upon a time.
Wow, funny running into you.
Ingalls, all the ingredients for family.
one team striving for excellence. The Tusculum experience offers state-of-the-art facilities for practice and game days. If you seek a championship atmosphere, the Tusculum experience is for you. Visit online through TusculumPioneers.com. Call 423-636-7300 to discover the Pioneer experience for yourself.
The first date. Only one chance to make that first impression. Don't worry, this might be new for you, but Ingalls has been there before. From flowers to the freshest ingredients, we have everything you need to put your best foot forward.
I'm so sorry.
Remember, you can't get to happily ever after without once upon a time.
Wow, funny running into you.
Ingalls, all the ingredients for family. So much of life these days is rushing around from one place to another. Sometimes you just want to enjoy the journey on the way to the destination. And part of what makes it a little more enjoyable is an appreciation for the folks who help you get there. At Ingalls, we know that the people who send you on your way are the same ones who keep you coming back.
I think you should take it for a spin. Are you serious?
Ingalls, all the ingredients for family. The first date. Only one chance to make that first impression. Don't worry, this might be new for you, but Ingalls has been there before. From flowers to the freshest ingredients, we have everything you need to put your best foot forward.
I'm so sorry.
Remember, you can't get to happily ever after without once upon a time.
Wow, it's funny running into you.
Ingalls, all the ingredients for family.
And we're back from at Pioneer Field here at the half. Tusculum leading 2-0 over Carson-Newman. Just about ready to get the second half underway between the Pioneers and the Eagles. Here's your first half statistics. Tusculum out shooting Carson-Newman 10-4. Corner kicks, Carson-Newman leads 4-2 in that category. The Pioneers have taken 5 shots on goal. 2 have made its mark with 3 saves. One save by Tusculum and Alejandro Cariti. Joe Boyd made 2 saves in the first half. And that's where we stand at 2-0. Tusculum getting goals in the 6th minute by Edgar Cervantes, his first of the season, assisted by Connor Green.
3 winning numbers to read off.
Johnny Winter
3
scored his 3rd goal of the season in the 25th minute, assisted by Edgar Cervantes and Dario Jubic.
0-3-2. The next one is 0.
So that's where we stand now here at the half. Tusculum leading 2-0.
Last one, 0.
Trying to pick up their second conference win of the season and try to extend their hopes to making the SAC postseason tournament.
You can go down to the concession stand area to claim your prize. The Pioneer Student Athlete Advisory Council thanks you for your support of Make-A-Wish.
Score at the half, Lenoir is leading Coker 4-0. They're about ready to get the second half underway from Hickory. We're underway in action here at Tusculum. Again, Mars Hill defeating Lincoln Memorial with a late goal by the Lions. Only the 3rd loss of the season for Lincoln Memorial, but they go to 2-3-3 in league play. One of those ties draws against Tusculum. Johnny Winter. Nice move. He goes down and play will continue. About to get the second half started in Charlotte. Queens leads Anderson 1-0. This game, for some reason, is still in the first half. 24th ranked Wingate and Catawba still scoreless. That one late in the first period. That is all the live action going on in the South Atlantic Conference. Tusculum leading 2-0 here against Carson-Newman. This is the 33rd recorded meeting between these two schools. First meeting in 1969. First recorded meeting. Tusculum starting the program in 1965. Next season, the Pioneers will be celebrating their 50th men's soccer season. And what a rich history it has been. Many of the greats of Steve Crane and Bruno Conceição and Tustin with a very, very young team this year. Hope to grow from this experience. That's Sean Foster. Quick restart. Tom Babe stays in the game. Possession loss and back to Joe Boyd. Boyd with 2 saves in the first half. Gave up 2 goals. Tusculum looking to pick up their first W since September 23rd against Anderson. Tusculum entering with 1-6-5 record. 5 ties are a new school single season record. 1-3-3 in the league, giving them 6 points. Currently right now in 9th place in the conference standings, trying to can get a W tonight would move into the top 8. We have a yellow card against Tusculum. It'll be against Johnny Winter. So 1 card each for Tusculum and Carson-Newman. Dutton Schmidt picked up a yellow back in the first half. McCabe sends it in. Just a little bit too far for Johnny LeCain. And we'll have a goal kick for Tusculum. Sam Hall boots it down the field. Trying to find Cervantes. Dangerous kick by Boyd. Sends it wide over to Schmidt. Schmidt out to Rank in the middle of the field, and he'll send it out to the far side. Jenkins to the middle to Rankin. Sends wide is Logan into the box and cleared out by Foster. Still in the box and free. Foster dribbles it around and kicks it downfield, but not far enough. Dangerous kick there, and 2 players collide, and Incidental contact. Both recognize each other, and we have a free kick for Tusculum. Hall, wide to Tombe. Here comes a speedy DeGorn. Loose ball, DeGorn runs it down over to Cervantes. Cervantes tripped up. Play moves on. Foster looking for Tombe. Nice stop by Tombe. Good touch. Into the box. Takes a shot just to cut down the angle a little bit too much. Took maybe one or two more dribbles than he needed to. Deeper he went to the box, the more he cut down the angle. And Carson-Newman with the extreme kick start. And back the other way comes the Eagles. And Carson-Newman trying to keep pace with Wingate. Win by Carson-Newman would move the Eagles back into first place, but Wingate still has a couple of matches in hand. And they're playing tonight against Catawba. Gontus. Right side to DeGorn. DeGorn. Nice flick back to Cervantes. Cervantes to Foster. Foster to DeGorn and back to Cervantes and back to the middle of the field. Sam Hall will take it wide. Goes over to Pero. Good series there by the Pioneers. Maintain possession. Kind of prodded and probed the Carson-Newman defense, and now Carson-Newman's turn, trailing 2-0. Nice touch by DeGorn over to Foster. Foster to the middle to Cervantes. Cervantes takes it back to DeRamo. Ramo will kick it back. Cariti, just a little low. Foster goes wide. Winner with a nice touch with the stop. Flicked in, but just a little bit not far enough for Connor Green to run down, and we'll have a throw in for TC. Ten minutes into the second half of play. Getting goals by Cervantes and Winter in the first half. Been the only scoring of the night in this one. Pioneers trying to gain the split in the doubleheader. Carson-Newman women winning 3-0 behind the hat trick of Lauren Wade. Her first hat trick of the season. Had 4 last season. Kicked in low, but Boyd comes up with it. A little too far, and Foster runs over. Unable to gather it in, and Foster another touch. Kicks it out of play. Very active is the Tusculum senior. Carson-Newman trying to get the first goal of the match for the Eagles, trying to cut this deficit in half. And I said at halftime, probably one of the most dangerous leads in sports is being up 2-0. It was so evident in the 2008 Elite Eight match against Tampa here at Pioneer Field. Tusculum jumped out to a 2-0 lead and lost 3-2 with a chance to advance to the Final Four for the first time in program history. Boy, that was a cold day that November here at Pioneer Field, with Tampa making the trip up from South Florida. That was a magical run for TC that year, winning 20 games, sweeping the SAC Tournament Championship and the regular season title. Amazing, next year that will be the 10 years since that magical 2008 run. Dangerous ball as Clement DeGorn will kick it away, but Carson-Newman with the ball, but DeGorn once again, and this time with a little bit of touch, and here comes Tombe on the attack. Still on his feet. Still on his feet. He'll take it into the box. Gets a shot off, but just not enough mustard on that one. So we wonder if he was going to send it wide to DeGorn, but he felt like he had the shot, and he did, but just couldn't get enough leg on it. It's Tom Reed. Reed sends it in, and there's a header and a goal for Carson-Newman. Saw it coming, and a goal by Dalen Silva. And Carson-Newman has trimmed the deficit. It's now 2-1 Tusculum. So Silva scores his second goal of the season. Tom Reed picks up his third assist of the year.
Silva, assist number 10, Tom Reed.
So now a 2-1 game, and we got two players down the field, one for each, and we've got one who's really in pain is Connor Green. Also down is Torres. And we have a stop of the clock, and so a double simultaneous foul, and actually foul on Tusculum. It'll be a, here comes Carson-Newman again. Duramu clears that one. It's Reed. That'll be kicked out. Be another throw in for CN deep in the Tusculum, in the Carson-Newman attacking third. Duramu heads that one out, and it'll be a corner kick for Carson-Newman. For the Eagles, this will be their fifth corner. Quick kick on this one. Over to Reed. Reed will take his bid. Try to go to the near post and hits the side netting, and we'll have a sub coming in for the Pioneers. Coming back into the match will be Dario Jubic. Dario Jr. from Bosnia-Herzegovina, and he transferred from Illinois Central College. Dario seeing his second match of the season. Put in some quality minutes this year. Quality minutes tonight. Assisted on the second goal of the match. So it's a 2-1 game. Tusculum leads the all-time series 16-12-4. Tusculum led by 2 goals against Queens. Cleared away. Foster gets a nice touch. Trying to find Winter, but just a little bit too far at the top of the box to find Johnny. And we'll have a foul on Carson-Newman. So Tusculum with 2 first-half goals. Carson-Newman has answered with a goal here in the second period. So Tusculum, which dominated most of the first half, and part here in the second half, so far it's been all Carson-Newman. They've been on the attack. Tusculum holding on to this 1-goal lead over the Eagles. So slowly but surely we're making our way up the field. Had about the 4th or 5th throw in on this series. It just keeps going off Carson-Newman, and Boyd comes off the line, and back the other way we will go with Tusculum leading 2-1. So Caridi coming up with the save. Really challenged on that one. And Cervantes over to Winter. The two players that have scored this game for Tusculum. Going deep. That's LeCain. It'll be last touch by Ramu, and we'll have another corner for the Eagles. Sixth corner of the match for Carson-Newman. Tusculum leading in shots 13-7. And so far, most of this second half, it's been all Carson-Newman. That's headed out. Connor Green in a foot race and loses. Chipped in by Reed. Cariti falls on it. Reed, who assisted on the Carson-Newman goal. He's going for one of his own. Play continues. It's wide to LeCain. To the middle. And we're going to have a card on this one. Dangerous play there. Go against LeCain. As Sam Hall was taken down from behind. So the booking coming in 22:40 remaining in regulation. Again, we mentioned earlier, busy weekend of Tusculum athletics. Volleyball in action for 2 matches on Friday and Saturday. The football game on Saturday afternoon. Soccer teams will be on the road at Catawba for a doubleheader, while the men's and women's cross-country teams will be in Newton, North Carolina for the 2017 South Atlantic Conference Cross-Country Championship. Nice ball. And we'll have a goal kick for Tusculum. The Carson-Newman faithful here in attendance wanting a foul. So you recap, 6 minutes into the match, Edgar Cervantes scores for Tusculum. Then in the 25th minute, Johnny Winter picks up his 3rd goal of the season to make it 2-0. Then Carson-Newman cuts the deficit in half with Silva picking up a goal in the 60th minute. Violent collision there. Carson-Newman called with a foul, but I think Carson-Newman player took the brunt of the collision. Landing hard on the deck is Green, but again the collision by the Carson-Newman player going down. And running that one off will be Greg Evans, sophomore from Wales. Ubich Winner. Stop the clock. Again. All unable to come up with it, and but he's able to leg that one down, but he's dispossessed. Carson-Newman on the attack. Nice ball and onside. There goes Reed. Reed sends it low. Dangerous ball. Tusculum comes away with a paro. But still not out of danger as Carson-Newman still on the attack and onside. Not sure if they got that one right or not right there. Nice bit of skill there by DeGorn. Johnny Winter able to read it. And getting a little chippy. So Winter and Smith going at it. Have to be very careful for Smith because he's already carrying one card. And Johnny Winter has the other card for Tusculum. We had a double red card in the first match between Tusculum and Carson-Newman in the women's. So Eric Usher with the stern lecture. Ball comes out of it for Tusculum. Nice touch there. There goes Reed. Reed. A nice bit of skill there by Duramu. He kicks it downfield trying to find Winter. Winter and Smith going at it. It's amazing, two players, both with a card playing on each other. Wide to Winter, still on. Blocked by Schmidt. And just a little high was the bid by Cervantes. Just got a little bit too much on that one. You see Johnny Winter, that one was blocked by Schmidt, and then Cervantes with the opportunity goes high. Turnover by Newman. Foster breaks through two. Off to Winter. And we'll have a foul on Carson-Newman as Foster was taking down. Carson-Newman wants this thing to, and we'll have another stoppage in play. And head coach Alan Vitale, just beside himself, thought there should have been a card on the play. Probably the most animated I've seen Coach Vitale in quite a while. But it'll be a free kick for TC. Chipped in by Green. Had the assist on the first goal of the match. And we'll have a foul on Tusculum. Both teams now in double-digit fouls. 15 for Carson-Newman, 10 for Tusculum. And Connor Green goes down wailing in pain. And right now he's off. Johnny Winter. He goes down, but Schmidt takes him down, and again it's Schmidt again on the foul, and again, as we have mentioned earlier, Schmidt picked up a yellow in the first half. Winter picked up a yellow here in the second, and we'll have a stoppage in play with 15:25 remaining in regulation. Tusculum holding on to this 2-1 lead over Carson-Newman. Tusculum jumped out to a two-goal lead in the first half. Goals by Cervantes and Winter. Low screamer in there by Green. I have a sub for Carson-Newman coming in for the Eagles. It'll be Evan Haar returning for Coach Stephen Lyons. We approach 15 minutes even remaining here in the second half. This 2-1 match with Tusculum leading. Pioneers desperately trying to find victory number 2 of the season. And how special would it be against their arch rivals? Carson-Newman still trying to hold on to hopes of winning the conference championship. Last year, Carson-Newman played a part of spoiler for Tusculum's bid for a conference title. And the Pioneers pay back the dividend here in 2017. Sending it wide is Newman. Into the box. Dangerous ball finding Reed and Torres. Pioneers come away with it. Green to Cervantes. Cervantes with a little skill there on the side. Kicked away, and it'll be a throw in for TC. Getting the Eagles 9-3-1 entering tonight's match, 6-1-1 in league play. Tusculum has scored 14 goals in their 13 matches this season, while allowing 20 goals. Pioneers once again involved in yet another one-goal contest. They're going to call a corner. So saying Tusculum touched it, so. So a corner kick for Logan. Knocked away and a foul called. Next comes Carson-Newman. That's Evan Haar to the middle. Chipped away. Sam Hall flicks it out. Pioneers on the counterattack. Have numbers. Cervantes eyeing the situation. Sends it wide to Ubich. Ubich to the middle. Just a little bit too high. Trying to find Johnny Winter. That's Reed. Oh, nice move by Reed. Reed puts up a shot and a goal. And Tom Reed has tied this one up at 2-2 with 10 minutes and 21 seconds remaining, and Carson-Newman has rallied back from a 2-0 deficit to tie it up at 2-2. Reed with the assist on the first goal takes care of it himself on the second. His 9th goal of the season, and Carson-Newman has tied it up at 2-2. Wow.
Carson-Newman goal scorer number 10, Tom Reed.
So with this young Tusculum team, can they bounce back after being up 2-0? Have given up 2 second-half goals and are now tied with their arch rivals at 2-2 with 10 minutes remaining in regulation. Eagles with 2 goals, and now they have all the momentum. Can the Pioneers answer? If you're looking ahead, Tusculum has played in 6 overtime matches this season, while Carson-Newman has only played in 1. Ball still free. That's Tom Reed again, but Cariti coming up with the stop. Ball was free, but Cariti able to come up with it. Tom Reed being very active here in the second half. Again, assisted on the first goal for Carson-Newman and came up with the equalizer just moments ago. Still free. Reed blocked. Kicked away, but Carson-Newman still with possession. 8.5 remaining in regulation in a 2-2 game. Carson-Newman trying to halt a brief two-match skid. Lost at number 7, Young Harris, earlier this month, and then lost 7-1 on senior night against Wingate. But trailing 2-0, they've bounced back and have scored 2 goals here in the second half. So a free kick from the wing. Connor Green will take it. About the location of the field where he assisted on Cervantes' goal, the first goal of the match back in the first half. It'll be a corner for Tusculum. So the sub in for Tusculum is Andres Kavum is in. Senior from Norway. Here come the Eagles. Clear by Paro and be a throw in for Newman. Under 5.5 remaining here in the second half. Tusculum, who led 2-0 at halftime, giving up 2 goals here in the second, and we're all tied up 2-2 here between Tusculum and Carson-Newman. Here goes Sam Hall. Andreas. Nice touch to DeGorn, but that'll be broken up by Haar. Boyd's kick back to Haar was a little bit too far, and to DeGorn, to Winter. So we'll have a sub coming in for TC. Martin Nindop. So the corner coming in for Tusculum. Headed away by Carson-Newman. Have another corner kick for the Pioneers. 7 corners for Newman, 4 for Tusculum. Be a foot race here. Reed trying to run it down. Have a foul on Carson-Newman. For the Eagles, that'll be their 20th foul. Doubled up TC in that category. We're all knotted up on the one that matters on the scoreboard at 2-2. Not sure if Green was just trying to dump it in or going for the upper corner. But the quick restart for Carson-Newman. Joe Boyd goes wide. That's to McCabe. McCabe to Rankin. Going wide and offside. Tusculum on the quick restart. Bad pass there. That's Har. On the clear is Neelope. Back to Neelope. A little bit of space to Winter. A little too high. Be cleared. 1:20 remaining. One minute remaining.
1 minute remaining in the second half. 1 minute.
Here comes Carson-Newman. Nice slide tackle by DeGorn, but he comes up a little gamey. Ubich. Neelope. Couldn't get a lot on that left foot kick. And back quickly on the restart comes Carson-Newman. Carson-Newman whistled on the hold. And that will most likely be the final play of the regulation.
8, 7,
So,
5, 4, 3, 2.
for a 7th time this season,
0.
Tusculum heads to
At the end of the second
overtime.
half, the score, Tusculum 2, Carson-Newman 2.
So we'll have a 5-minute intermission while the two teams try to regain themselves, and then we will begin the first 10-minute overtime period. And once again, if we're still tied after that, we'll take a 2-minute break, and then we'll come back and play a second 10-minute overtime. Again, all sudden victory, and the first team to score wins. If we're tied after that second overtime period, this thing will end in a tie, which something has seen 5 times previously this year. Tusculum out shooting Carson-Newman 17-8. But here in the second half, Tusculum's out shooting 4-6. Carson-Newman's got 4 shots on goal tonight, but has made 2 of them count. Getting 2 second half goals. One by Silva in the 60th minute, and Tom Reed with the equalizer in the 80th minute. And if you look at the history, these two teams have only played to 4 ties previously in the 32 previous meetings. Only one of those ties came here at Pioneer Field, with 3 of them coming over in Jefferson City. So Tusculum will get a goal. They'll pick up their first win over Carson-Newman since 2014. The last time Tusculum posted a win over the Eagles here at Pioneer Field You have to go all the way back to October 12, 2011, a 4-0 win by the Pioneers. So 7 overtime periods for TC this season. Looking at the foul count, Carson-Newman with 21 fouls, Tusculum with 10. 2 yellow cards for the Eagles, 1 for Tusculum. And that is where we stand tonight. Starting to get a little nippy tonight. But again, we are in mid to late October. Well, we're about ready to begin our first overtime period. Again, the first team to score wins. We're tied after 10 minutes. We'll take a 2-minute break. And we'll get set up for our second 10-minute overtime period. Again, first team to score wins. And again, if we're tied after the second overtime period, this game will end in a draw. Scores rolling in. Final Queens defeating Anderson 2-0. Again, Mars Hill defeating Link Memorial 1-0 earlier today, and Lees McRae and Newberry playing to a 2-2 draw. Get you an updated score here. Still scoreless between Catawba and Wingate. That game played at Pride Park at North Carolina. There's a steal by Green. Here come the Pioneers. Cervantes. That is kicked away. It will be a quarter kick for Tusculum. Waiting for Cervantes to pull the trigger on that one. High into the air and just a little too far. And we'll have a goal kick for Carson-Newman. Yeah, that game is in the 76th minute between Wingate and Catawba. And in the other match, a final, Lenore Ryan defeats Coker 4-0. So Tusculum looking good so far here in the overtime period. Here comes Green. Unable to pull the trigger there, but Sam Hall sends it deep. Carson-Newman regroups and high into the air. Loose in the box is Reed. Still Reed. Reed has to send it back out, and the Pioneers will clear and try to reset the defense. Tusculum with 2 chances here early. Into Reed, but just a little too far for the London, England senior. Cleared out. Green sends it to the middle. Trying to find Kavoom. And Tusculum charged with the foul. Quick restart. Carson-Newman across midfield. That'll go over the touch line. It'll be a throw-in for Tusculum. We're 3 minutes into the first overtime period. Again, first goal wins. Tusculum led 2-0. The 2 second-half goals, including the equalizer by Tom Reed, has us in Tusculum's 7th overtime match of the season. That's a lot of minutes. And we'll say one thing about Tusculum. One thing they'll have their advantage is the fact that they do have the experience of playing in extra time. Carson-Newman, this is only their 2nd overtime match of the season. The other one coming in a scoreless draw at Mars Hill. Voom taken down with the tackle by Jenkins. Now it's all about the fitness level. Also get the chance to see what kind of heart some players have. Just a mental and physical drain. Tom Reed with the free kick, sends it in, and gathered in easily. But it was on target. In this second half, in the first part of the overtime period, Tom Reed has been that. He has been on target. Short kick by Cariti. We're halfway through this first overtime. Coming way out is Boyd. He'll clear that one. But he'll have to hurry to get back. But Carson-Newman, and then coming up, Dario Ljubic. Comes up a little lame. And a Pioneer is down, and I believe that's Ljubic. He'll come out, and I believe Tombe will replace him. Nelope, late sub in the second half. Turnover in the backfield there, and it'll be a throw in for Tusculum. Sam Hall gets bodied by, I think it's Silva. Silva scored the first goal of the match for Carson-Newman. Punched out by Boyd. Tusculum still with the possession. That's Green. Green shot blocked. Wide, and Newman with momentum in the numbers, but a high kick. Boyd will have to make that play. So what looked like a breakaway for Carson-Newman. Kicked up by Gontus. Coming way off his mark. Scariti. Under 2 minutes left. .90 seconds and counting in this first overtime period. The long throw in by Schmidt. Into the box. Pieced. Cariti makes the grab. 1 minute remaining.
1 minute remaining in the first overtime period. 1 minute.
Shot and a save. Tom Reed puts another one on the mark. As Alejandro Clariti comes up with the play. Nilo gets a piece of that one, and Carson-Newman controls. 20 seconds remaining. Wide, and a chance for Carson-Newman here late in the first overtime. That one's chipped away.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5.
Another chance for Carson-Newman here late in the overtime period.
2, 1.
Shot and a save. Another one by Cariti. So Carson-Newman in the last 90 seconds were on the attack. So we put 100 minutes in the books, still nothing decided, and
the teams will switch ends after a short intermission and play a second 10-minute overtime. If neither team scores, the match will end in a draw.
So we're heading to our second overtime period. Tusculum again, as this is playing in their seventh overtime. This will be the sixth time they've gone to double overtime. The only other match that they just went one overtime is when they lost 4-3 at Queens. Well, only two matches going on tonight are Tusculum Carson-Newman and Wingate Catawba. Wingate Catawba looks like they're about ready to head into overtime themselves. They're still scoreless. That'll be the Pioneers' next two conference opponents, playing Catawba on Saturday and then a week later against Wingate here for senior night. Tusculum will also be in action against Lee University next Wednesday night here at 7 o'clock. That'll be the first of two games. At 4 o'clock, it'll be Columbus State taking on the Tusculum women's soccer team here at Pioneer Field. After tonight, Carson-Newman will be on the road for 3 straight matches to close out the regular season. They'll be at Lander, King, and then in the regular season at Coker. And our middle official just went down after a collision. Two teams have switched sides. High chip into the air, won by Neelope. She has the responsibility of covering Reed. So if both of these results hold up, Wingate will maintain top position in the league with 22 points, while Carson-Newman will have 20 points. Again, Wingate will have the tiebreaker if there's any ties. High into the air. Connor Green and Boyd fighting for it. And we'll have a foul against Tusculum. Carson-Newman can come up with a goal in the next 8:50, and that result holds at Wingate. Carson-Newman will jump back into first place. But again, Wingate will have 2 matches in hand remaining. I'm not sure who the other one would be against. No, one of them be Tusculum in the regular season finale here at Pioneer Field. High into there. You got to be careful on these. Headed back to Boyd. As we head here in our second overtime period. Wingate and Catawba have played 90 minutes, and they're about ready to head into bonus soccer. Gavoom chips it high into the air. Foot race with Tombe. Tombe gets it. He's free. Boyd makes a stop, but the offsides, no, I don't think it's offsides. I believe it was a foul against Tusculum. I think you're going to say Tombe was whistled for the infraction. So back the other way come the Eagles in this 2-2 match. Onside, but coming way off the line is Cariti. It's amazing to me, these student athletes that just be able to run all over the place like this after playing over 100 minutes of nonstop action. Some of these folks have been played every minute. That's Evan Haar, still with possession. It'll be a goal kick for Tusculum. So if this result holds, it'll definitely be a disappointment for Tusculum, who led 2-0 in the first half. Again, playing a team that's been nationally ranked for most of the regular season. It came off a 7-match winning streak. That's Hall to Tombe. A little too high by Boyd. Nilo to Tombe. Ref says play on. Tombe is down. He's back up. Nilo going wide to Green. Oh, Green missed an opportunity there as Pedro was coming up and going wide. Dangerous, dangerous play. We're halfway through this second overtime period. Fabian Proch is in the lineup. Comes up a little gimpy there. On Toos. Hall kicks it high into the air. Didn't get all of it. But Tombe, and he'll be whistled for the foul. I believe that was probably a good call right there. And we get some pushing going on again late. Again, tempers flaring here late in the match. Smith's in. All his payroll will come down with it and send it upfield. Under 4 minutes remaining. To Reed, got a piece of it with his head, but not enough to deflect it away from Caridi. Tombe lets it go and have a throw in for Tusculum. Three minutes remaining in this game. And the offsides flag is up. Back come the Eagles. Here's a dangerous play, and Creedy comes out once again, but still not out of danger yet. Hit away by Proch, trying to find Green. And with 89 seconds remaining exactly, we have a stoppage in play. Probably a muscle spasm or cramp of some type. And again, these guys have been going at it for 109 minutes and 32 seconds, not to be exact. And we are in the second overtime period, second of the season for Carson-Newman to go extra time. For Tusculum, overtime period, seventh overtime match. If this thing holds, we'll pick up their 6th draw of the season. Again, if you entered a game tonight, I think the Pioneers have been very, very happy. Not elatedly happy with the draw, but considering the record that Carson-Newman's got.
1 minute remaining in the second overtime. 1 minute.
But this one is far from being over. Carson-Newman. It's Reed. And boy, Reed, what a match he's had, especially this last 65 minutes. The kid has been everywhere. That's Logan. High in the air.
9,
Tombe.
8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
And for a 6th time this season, the Pioneers have picked up a draw. We end up in a 2-2 tie with Tusculum and Carson-Newman. With the result, Carson-Newman goes to 9-3-2 on the season, 6-1-2 on the year, while Tusculum goes to 1-6-6 on the year, and 1-3-4 in conference play. Carson-Newman goes to 20 points on the season. They remain in second place currently right now in the league, one behind Wingate, who is in overtime right now with currently overtime with Catawba. Tusculum now goes to 7 points. They are now in a tie with Newberry. The Pioneers have 2 conference matches left in hand to make up, as does Newberry. And the 2 play to a 2-2 draw. And then you'll have to go to tie breaks, toss the coin, and everything else. So again, your final score, Tusculum 2 and Carson-Newman 2. For everyone here at the Pioneer Sports Network, thank you for watching tonight. And you've been watching Tusculum Men's Soccer on the Pioneer Sports Network.